Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
It's like an unconscious Karen behavior with you.
This is a very, very serious, dangerous accusation. It's hurtful, and that accusation holds a lot of implications.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Listen, I'm still recovering from last night's Salt Lake City finale, but let's talk about the new episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 13, episode 10, so we are still in taco dinner. Dorit made a complete fool of herself to try and embarrass Sutton for kissing her driver. Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal called her out, rightfully so. In the words of Garcelle, I can't stand you and your privilege. So Dorit had left, but before she left, she ended up opening a can of worms with Denise and Erika. Ugh, Dorit is so annoying. So Denise then tells Erika that for Erika to insinuate that her 14-year-old daughter was having a threesome was beyond inappropriate. Erika tries to say that in this day and age, kids have phones, and Denise interrupts her and says, "This is about my kid, though." And Erika goes to hell and says, "Well, your oldest daughter is on OnlyFans. And who's more profitable, by the way, you or Sammy?" Denise is shocked that she would say something so low. And I'm actually surprised that Denise didn't body slam and choke her, because I think she would have probably been justified. Erika says that she is going to go the lowest that she can when someone calls her a B. Denise says that she is evil and that she has no morals, she will go down. So then Erika tries to explain again that they were at the dinner party in 2019 and everybody was talking about sex. Denise says that she never wanted to fight. All she wants to know is why did Erika come so hard for her in season 10 the way she did, not just with her but with her kids. So again, Erika brought up this thing that happened in 2019 with the kids and says that Denise herself was being sexual, but Denise says that she never said anything sexual, and Erika says, "Well, you did say that your husband's penis was big in that same dinner." Denise claims that she didn't. Unfortunately, she did. She must have forgotten because we saw the flashbacks. But her point is that at the time, she had already apologized to Denise for talking dirty at the dinner table and says that she has nothing left to say. They then awkwardly sip on their tea. Erika says that she didn't want to fight, but Denise says you absolutely did, to deflect from the things going on in your life. For example, claiming that you didn't know $20 million were being deposited into your account. Boom! Erika says, well, it's already been proven that it wasn't. Erika leaves by saying that Denise had her chance and she failed. Once Erika leaves, now all of a sudden Kyle gets her voice and says, "Well, I think that kids should be off limits." And Garcelle says, "Well, why didn't you say that when Erika was here? Why didn't you say it?" Kyle then screams and says, "Well, why didn't anyone defend me when y'all were coming at me at my dinner over my new ring?" I think those things are completely unrelated. All I'm going to say about this is, while I will agree with many of y'all, Denise kind of walked into it because the conversation about sexuality and her daughter does have, she does have an OnlyFans, so it is hypocritical, 100%. But here's the thing. Y'all remember some years ago when Eileen made some sort of reference to Erika, a reference, and said something along the lines of, "Oh, Erika, she didn't hurt your son." And Erika lost her natural mind and was like, "Don't you ever talk about my son. Don't talk about my..." Remember that? So, which one is it, Erika? Are we talking about people's kids or not? Garcelle, on the other hand, she's my queen. She is my favorite, but I am a little bit disappointed in her that she didn't stand up for Denise in that moment for two reasons. One, she's actually friends with Denise, and two, she more than anyone knows how hurtful it is when it comes to kids being mentioned. So that was it for Taco Tuesday dinner. It is then another day, and we see B footage of the women. Garcelle is FaceTiming Jade, who is in his dad's house, but he has Ashlyn with him, and Garcelle says, "What are y'all doing in bed?" And he says, "Well, we're just watching a movie." That was funny. Garcelle also FaceTimes Sutton, and Sutton says that it hurt her to see that Garcelle was really disturbed the other night. Garcelle says that she cried to sleep that night after the party. It hurt a lot for Denise to for Dorit to use the word attack because of the connotation it has. Sutton understands exactly what Garcelle feels and said that Dorit definitely lives in a bubble. Then we have a scene at Dorit's house where she had Erika over, and Erika tells her what happened after she left. She told her about her and Denise's fight, and Erika tells Dorit that she asked her, like, who made more money, her or Sammy, and Dorit laughs about it. She can't help but laugh, like, just laugh. Then Erika asks her what happened with her and Garcelle, because she didn't really get to see all of it. And Dorit says that she was totally blindsided, I tell you, about Garcelle coming at her. She says that she never meant to hurt Garcelle. And Erika says that she should just talk to her because when you know better, you do better. I'm bored by these two. Moving on, Sutton has another meeting with her matchmaker. They are going over Sutton the date that she had the other day, a few episodes ago. The guy had good feedback about Sutton. He did complain that she did not make him laugh and it looked like she was uncomfortable, but oh my gosh, Sutton is so insufferable when it comes to dating. My gosh. So the matchmaker has yet again another guy for her to go on a date with. So we'll see what Sutton doesn't like about him. Speaking of insufferable, we see Kyle. Kim goes over to her house. Kyle had this beautiful gold hummingbird necklace and she gave it to Kim. She says that after her mom passed, hummingbirds would appear in special moments. And it's really interesting because I've heard multiple people who mention hummingbirds when someone dies and them appearing. I think there might be something to that. So that was sweet. But then they talk about a wedding that's happening in the family. And Kim says that she wants everyone to be in a good place at this wedding. So Kyle reached down her back pocket and pulls out the victim card yet again. She goes on to once again say, poor me, woe is me, Kathy treated me so horribly last season. You remember last season, right? When Kathy Hilton's character was being assassinated by Lisa Rinna and Kyle, her sister, co-signed it. But Kyle is the victim, according to her. Kim says that she misses having their lunches and hanging out. Kyle says that, well, what if I don't want to have that relationship? What if I don't miss that? Kyle says that Kathy can't talk to her. She's always screaming. She's always so cruel. And then Kim starts to cry because it breaks her heart that they are sisters at the end of the day. Their mother raised them. Like, it was always them four. So she knows that her mom would have hated this. And it's a mixture of emotions. She misses her mom. She misses the dynamic that they had. This would have really upsetted her mom. So it's all of that and it's very sad. So that's why she cries. But Kim is trying really hard to achieve a reconciliation with Kyle and Kathy. So we'll see what happens with that too. Next up, we see a dinner at the Minkoff family. I didn't know they were Jewish, so they were eating, and it's really nice that they make it a priority to include their different cultures and instill them in their kids. I like that. So the kids eat and go upstairs, and then Crystal and Rob talk. She says that at Taco Tuesday, the girls were coming at her for not speaking up enough, and they showed actually a clip that was cut off from that night where Crystal said to them, "This group wants me to scream all the freaking time." She also opens up and is very vulnerable about the fact that almost all of the ladies are very skinny, brought to you by Ozempic, but them being skinny and her being around them definitely brings up some insecurities. And as far as her brother Jeff, Crystal thinks that he is still mad at her. He is in China right now. She does acknowledge that she might have put too much pressure on him and what she wants for him. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion, and that's okay, but I'm loving these solo Crystal scenes like that she's been having at home. I'm actually quite interested. It's too bad that she's kind of like camouflage when it comes to group scenes, but I really enjoyed this scene. Okay, so then we see Sutton and her date. The guys seem cool. Sutton is still a little bit snooty, but I do think that she was a little bit more open in this date than she was the last one. She was more receptive. She did engage, and they had several things in common, and they made each other laugh quite a bit. He might be the one. I don't know, because he even said, like, I would love to talk to you more after this. Can I have your number? And Sutton says yes. So we'll see what happens with that. So then we get a Garcelle and Dorit sit down. Which, by the way, can I just say, I'm so glad that we got this because I feel like one of the things that is missing that we used to get from the classic Housewives season were the iconic one-on-one, like, little scenes with girls that were having conflict with each other. So when Garcelle first got there, it was extremely awkward. Not one word mentioned. They were looking at the menu and It was just so awkward. So Dorit says, well, I'm going to give you the floor to hear you out and see what you have to say because you say that I don't listen. So go ahead. Garcelle goes ahead and says that the other night the word attack hit her in a wrong place. She says that certain words, when it comes to her, it means something else. She says that when it comes to a black woman, you can never use the words attack, angry, or aggressive. Dorit says that, well, the word attack has been used repeatedly in this group, but Garcelle says, but not with me. Garcelle says that she cried the whole day and the whole night. She went to the beach crying after that. Dorit asks, did you really think that I said it in a very bad way? And Garcelle says, yeah. Dorit is surprised. And then Garcelle says that there is a pattern that she has been noticing with Dorit and says, oh my god, this shocked me. Garcelle says that Dorit's behavior makes her feel as if Dorit is an unconscious Karen. Ooh, damn. Dorit says, how so? So Garcelle says, well, about 2 years ago when they were talking about people of color, you said the people of color worked for you. So I don't know if you've really grown from that. So Dorit says, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm racist? Garcelle says, I'm not going to label it. Dorit says, well, I'll remind you, I'm Jewish. I am not privileged. Ay, Dios mío, por favor. Dorit said, oh my gosh. And Garcelle says, like, what does that even have to do with anything? And then Dorit keeps talking to her, and every time she would talk to her, she would say, Garcelle. And Garcelle says, why do you keep saying my name? I'm the only one here. And Dorit says, well, that's just how I am. Or is that triggering you if I say your name too? And Garcelle says, no, like, I don't want you to feel like you're walking on eggshells. Garcelle ends by saying that Dorit has just been getting under her skin, and that was the final straw the other night. So Dorit says that she understood, and she's learned her lesson, and that was all we saw this episode. I was surprised that Garcelle called Dorit unconscious Karen. I think it was about damn time that she did that, because I always have been annoyed by Dorit, but I do think that ever since Garcelle came, there is a different way that she it's constant, you guys, constantly coming at Garcelle. But I was quite surprised when I went on Twitter and I saw the reaction that a lot of you guys have had. A lot of people are tired of Garcelle, and y'all are saying that she placed the race card and that she is getting I read a comment that said that Garcelle was the Karen. So I don't know. I'm glad that she said that to Dorit, but I'll ask you guys, what did y'all think? Do you think that Garcelle rightfully so should have said it, or is she being extra? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.